Okay, first of all, how is no one else really out here? There's usually a couple people, but there was a group over there that left a moment ago. But yeah, it's not 90 degrees today. It's probably like low 80s. And I've been dying for some single track. But here's the reason why. I got a full system and it sounds amazing. This is the FMF 4.1 aluminum with the stainless steel header. I feel like I got a decent price compared to the titanium, and now it just sounds good. It sounds like it should. Compared to that little salt shaker that just it sounds like it's building up pressure and then only allowed to let out just the tiniest amount of air. But I'll quit stalling a little bit and I'll fire it up. I fired it up. If I can turn the key. Wow. English is my one language, and I'm dog shit at it. Okay, so here's the start. Sounds awesome. Alright. Let's get riding. Yeah, so just a quick note. Anytime I was starting up the bike with the other exhaust, it's almost like it was getting flooded or something. Like it just had a hard time starting again. Like when I do those little brakes. Ooh. I haven't noticed it on this setup. So kind of happy about that. I did, when I was loading up the bike at my house, I started it, let it sit a while. I rolled it up the ramp. Not quite sure on that one. So I'll be curious to see if it happens again. But it seems to be starting up fine here. When it's when the engine's nice and warm. Yeah, after this little break here, I'll do a couple runs up and down this main straight, and I'll see if I can give you my thoughts on the power curve. And yeah, like that, just started right up. Before, I feel like it would have given me a little bit of problems. Like it would have taken a couple tries. Alright, but here's first gear. Second gear. Third. Fourth. Like, I don't know if you can hear it, but the like super buzzy kind of sound that's coming from like the handlebars. Before, I felt like when it got to that point, the power just kind of died off. Whereas this one, it still tops off, but it's almost like a smoother kind of top off. Now I'm not bouncing off the rev limiter or anything, nor do I want to, because like to have this bike run for a long time. Not saying that it's gonna blow up when you hit the rev limiter, but whatever. Yeah, the top end just feels a lot smoother when it gets there. And then I guess the torque, like in the mid-range, feels like it hits a little bit harder. Like I want to say in the slow stuff, so like second gear, I'm just kind of cruising. Clutch out, no throttle, throttle. Granted, it's pretty flat ground, but like I'm not noticing anything with the slow speed stuff to where like I feel like I lost anything really. I'm not noticing any of that. So it's like, I'm sure that there's a horsepower increase. By how much, I don't know. It doesn't feel like 10 to 20 horsepower or anything. It just feels that each gear has a little bit more to give in terms of power, and I would say the torque is probably my biggest thing that I notice. Again, it's not a lot, but it's enough to notice. It does feel like the bike might be a smidge hotter. I'm getting just a little bit more warmth on my legs. Not all that much. Fan seems to come on just a little bit earlier, I think. But yeah, as I ride this bike more and more, I'll hopefully get more familiar and a lot better as a rider. So let me know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.